Hello, Namaste. I'm Ranjini. I teach marketing communications at Comet's Institute of Journalism and Communication Studies here in Bangalore, India. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how we've all been coping with the lockdown situation in light of COVID-19, but I'd really like to focus on the positive outcomes of the situation rather than the flip sides. So, I'd like to begin by drawing your attention to the one thing that I believe has worked for the vast majority of us, which is that the lockdown has helped us become more self aware. It's helped us spend more time with ourselves, tune into our inner voice, which doesn't, of course, essentially mean that we're all now suddenly angelic or that we've learned to keep the imp of the perverse at bay. It just means that we've gotten to know ourselves better, our needs, our weaknesses, our strengths, our kinks that need buffing. It's helped us grow, tweak little things about ourselves which we otherwise wouldn't have imagined doing in order to make our days or life itself flow easily. So, this is a big win, if you ask me. Now, the second thing I'd like to discuss is that the lockdown has made us realize that less is more. When the lockdown began, people around the world started scrambling to their local stores, hot footing around, grabbing everything in sight, holding up on their own versions of essentials. But what we didn't realize was that there were other things to worry about, that there were other people who we needed to spare those essentials for, and other ways that we could have sustained ourselves. But I think as the days went by, with shops being shut down and supplies dwindling, we found ways to stretch whatever we had on hand, to reuse, to repurpose, to recycle, and to reduce consumption. This is a great thing because if Insta hashtags are anything to go by, people have started gardening, cooking, and living more mindfully. And it has finally, I think, sunk in that less is really more and that we need very little to get by. The third point I'd like to make pretty much rides on the tail of the previous point that I made, which is that the lockdown has made us more sensitized to the world's problems, more attuned to our immediate realities, and more inspired to take action. I think a deeper understanding of everything in life generally requires attention, patience, empathy, all of which have stemmed in us because we realized that there's an order of interconnectedness to things during the pandemic. That if I take away all the toilet paper or the lentils or the bread or the milk off the shelves, there'll be others who would be left in a bad state. That if I cover my face with a mask, I'm not only helping myself but those around me. That if I can do my bit to donate my time, money, and resources to the lesser privileged and the needy, the world will be a better place for all of us to live in. Of course, I'm not saying that this is purely an offshoot of the lockdown, because some of us might already have been living mindfully in a less consumeristic way and also serving more compassionately. But the lockdown, I think, has made it possible for many others to join that bandwagon. And to substantiate my points further, here's a quick glimpse into the findings of a survey I conducted among friends and students. So overall, I'd say that there have been several positive outcomes of the lockdown. It's made us more proactive among friends and family, brought us closer to them, made us more time sensitive and self-contained. Personally, even though I'm a little disappointed that I can't be in Lithuania right now, I'm looking at the silver lining, and what I see is that thanks to this situation, I am able to connect with all of you from within the comfort and safety of my home, thousands of miles away, dressed in the traditional 6 yards of Indian splendor, which is the sari. So that's great for me. And until next year, when we can meet in some other part of the new world with our new ways, I say thank you for listening and namaste.